Right, so apparently, according to the Third Circuit Court of Appeal, you have to be silent until, well, you have to be silent until you have your writ completed. You write the writ, and then you submit your application for a writ, a supervisory writ, with the city court. Because according to this, it's saying that um, 30 days, you have 30 days to alert the city judge, and I alerted the city judge too soon, and then suddenly, instead of 30 days, I had 16 days from December 11th to December 27th, and this is including Christmas. They include it. They don't care. Oh wait, no, I got January 6th though. They said they received it on January 6th, but my time ran out on the 27th, which is 16 days. So I made the mistake of not being quiet. This is by their logic. I wasn't quiet and working on my writs in secrecy, which is, I mean, that's typical Louisiana business, is doing things secretly, no matter what it is, no matter how public the record's supposed to be. You do it in secret. The legislators, the state lawmakers wrote 30 days as the maximum time limit to notify the city judge that I intend to write a writ based on his ruling. This ruling of Judge Barber's was on December 11th. I was challenging his interpretation of what income is. He claims that your savings account is your income. So every year your savings account is inputted back into your annual income. It's challenging that, but I notified them too soon. They're telling me to notify them too late. All right, they like to talk about prematurity and tardiness, and that seems to be a big part of Louisiana. It's like timing and comedy, pretty much, and their legal system's a big joke, but it's a timing that I apparently, as a non-lawyer, I got wrong. And I mean, this is based on my former lawyers just simply requesting from the court to ask for an extension and see it get granted easily, without any pushback, and being able to follow through on writing his writ. But I write a writ, he writes a writ, he gets extra time. And the same thing, I write the same writ and I lose time. Okay, he got more than 30 days, I get less than 30 days. Okay, and it's for the same, it's part of the same process. It's like, I mean, there's a real discrimination going on in the court system here. But I mean, if I were to try to advise somebody to work around it with Louisiana, at least, and maybe other states, I mean, Louisiana is the worst of the worst. So if you wanted to plan for the worst case scenario in other states, learn what the timing is. All right, you have 30 days to notify them of your intent to make a writ, and then after you notify them, the judge can either decide to give you more time or, I don't know, take away time. Judge Barber was stuck on not changing the trial date, but still, I mean, the trial date wasn't a week out from December 11th, yet he was giving me weekly 7-day like extensions. The trial date's February 10th, but he was like, it was December 18th, and then the 27th. It was like weekly updates for a trial date, which seemed to be part of the reason why he was shortening my time for this return on a writ. So it didn't disturb the trial dates, but he was doing this weekly thing, and the judges were the appeals court has shown a lot of support for the city judge determining the writ extension. So I mean, clearly we got support, and also clearly they work in a very loose fashion. All right, whatever my former lawyer did for as part of the process, I'm sure it was correct. But I got it in the emergency email, and the first time I filed a writ in November, they demanded that I mail them a signed copy, and that was in paper form. That cost me $15. I mailed it, and then they gave their decision. Well, this time I didn't mail them anything. It was just all me emailing them through their emergency email, and they still made their decision. All right, the first time I submitted my writs, they were demanding a hole punch, the 3-hole punch, properly spaced in a binder, and all of that. Okay, they make all these demands to try to make it as difficult as possible, but I mean, really, it's about the arguments. It's not about how exactly how proper it is. I mean, I can understand they demand Roman style font, not the Arial. They want it to be set up in a certain way, title and all of that. But the AI, ChatGPT, knows what's important. They don't just put that. They don't put the case number at the bottom. You know, your signatures go at the, well, all right, why isn't this good enough? You know, I don't see signed document here. I got it emailed to me, just as I emailed it to them. So their standards, the standards that they set for us, are not being followed by themselves. And then plus they're allowing things to happen that are not working for everybody. All right, they'll be right back to normal with the people they like, and making it difficult for the people they don't like. I'm asking for a lawyer, something I've been granted in every other state except for Wisconsin. Wisconsin is claiming that I'm facing only a civil penalty with an accusation that other states would consider a criminal penalty. So that's a different approach. But they're really causing. I'm warning you that there's ways that you're gonna have to approach this that you're gonna have to do that'll work more in your favor because of how they're reacting to me. All right, you can't just be all this cavalier lawyer. You can't be some cavalier person and just see what the statutes say and our court rules and criminal code of procedure rules and all that, and just interpret it in a cavalier fashion. They work a lot in a secret manner involved, and with this is what they're communicating to me here is you gotta you gotta have that writ ready to go. All right. Instead of notifying the judge, I should have held off and just wrote the writ. I was waiting on the transcripts, and I was asking for the transcripts. Don't even do that. Just get the court minutes, and that's the best you can do. All right. When you got these types of before your trial situation, you can't. If you're gonna file a writ before your trial, and if a writ's gonna be based on a judge's decision before the trial happens, don't even bother trying to get the transcripts for anything, for any hearing. Just get the minutes and work with that, and then hold off on letting them know, because you'll have a dirty judge like Barber reduce your time, and then these dirty judges accept that. And I think I still have the option of taking it to state court, so I need to look at that closer. But they reduce the time for pro se. They give extra time for the lawyers. That's the difference between having a license and not having a license. They'll reduce your time when I'm asking, and I'm making a writ to ask for a lawyer, okay, to challenge the judge's decision on my savings account being income. So this is very very difficult. So that's something to do, and you learn the hard way. You learn what their thinking is the hard way, going through the motions. And I wouldn't be able to do this type of thing. I would have never gotten to this point where I'm now on my second writ and learning the process with unless I had ChatGPT to really streamline the writing and putting it all together. I don't know how I could have done it myself without ChatGPT. So it helps flesh out what's going through these corrupt people's heads, and so yeah, it's a secrecy thing. You just gotta write it, okay? I'm too cavalier, so in a lot of ways. I have to have the document ready to go, and then announce, hey, I'm gonna put out a writ, and then just have it right away. And then they can't play all these timing issues with me. And it's just like with the ruling at the library, with my library lawsuit. They pretty much, library answers, it's the most recent date, probably judgment. Yeah, once again, it's just like with this. I didn't sue fast enough. Oh, this is disheartening. I actually asked to have the library ban lifted, and Morgan's checking that I didn't oppose it at all, in which I did. I said I want the library ban lifted. He doesn't consider that an opposition. I don't quite know how to deal with this. I've never seen this part of a lawsuit before. But I was going to look at the judges, so it'd be right before that then. See, it was the judgment the 24th, ruling would be the 22nd. The ruling came out on the 22nd. Notice of signing. So the judge says that I didn't sue the library fast enough, just like the Third Circuit Court of Appeal says I didn't write my writ fast enough. So guess what? If I tried to appeal this library lawsuit to that Third Circuit Court of Appeal, because I'm stuck with them, they're going to say they're going to also agree that I didn't sue fast enough either. Go just writing off the back of the writ, the timing of my writ. Okay. So it's incredibly frustrating how they play the timing, and so you have to you have to learn how that's going. So I hope you understand what I'm saying here.